Who did you find this guy?
Give me a break, Pete.
Hey, I only work with professionals.
Well, I may not be a professional, buddy, but I do my best. Hi guys, my name's Danny, and I'm the 420p guy, and this is going to be my review for the Resident Evil 7 teaser demo that came out alongside E3. Now, a lot of us by now have played through the demo, and we've gotten through the ins and outs of the game. We've seen the items, the hidden extras, the multiple endings that you can acquire. Granted, I only knew about these multiple endings a couple of days ago, so I don't know, what's today? Monday on recording date, so that would have been Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday actually, and that's only because everyone was saying multiple endings. Now, when I was playing through this game, obviously I found the celluloid dummy finger, didn't find anything in regards to the fuse, so I knew there was something that needed to be found, but I didn't know the obvious route to go through to get these things, which was, well, when you start the game you go straight to the fireplace and pull the handle. So that's my story. But leaving everything like that aside from now, I want to give you my thoughts, my theories, and my concerns, if any. So we're going to start at the basics in terms of the title. Does this feel like a Resident Evil game? No, it doesn't. I mean, let's be honest, it doesn't, does it? When you're talking about the earlier Resident Evil games from Resident Evil 1, 2 and 3, Code Veronica, you've got your fixed camera angles, and then you go through 4, 5 and 6, which is your over the shoulder. Let's not talk about Operation Raccoon City and all that crap. And now we're looking at a first person perspective. So we're going to start with the general feel of this game in relation to the old games. Now, everyone that I've seen on YouTube has compared this game to the likes of Condemned, Outlast and PT, and they're not wrong, are they? I mean, it's very much along those lines, and I'm going to have to agree with them. But it's what it does with it that counts. You know what I mean? Does it innovate? Not really. It doesn't innovate as such. We haven't really seen anything that makes us think, oh, that was kind of different, you know what I mean? But then again, this is just a teaser at the end of the day. So it's very important to realise that when you go through this game, it is a teaser demo at the end of the day. So you've got to give it a chance. When Resident Evil started, with the fixed camera angles, the general ambience, everything like that, the feel, the tone, it's what got certain people into it. And then we had the over the shoulder. And a lot of people at first were like, what's going on here? But as soon as people played it in Resident Evil 4, then everyone loved it. Resident Evil 4 is a very good game. Let's not talk about the castle sections because they absolutely bore me. But it's a generally great game for the most part. And then of course you have the Michael Bay explosions coming in 5 and 6. So now we're looking at first person perspective. Some people, some fans, some hardcore fans are pissed off. I understand their woe, I understand their concerns, but what they have to understand is, if I'm talking to you right now, what you have to understand is this is all part of innovating. So this is one thing in terms of innovation that the series is going through right now, and I can't fault them on that. I had my concerns at first, and it was a little bit worrying for me. I kind of thought at first, are they just doing this because of the VR, the PlayStation VR that's due to hit our shelves later this year? And that kind of worried me. It really did. But then we found out that you can play this game without the VR, and even then it kind of concerned me. But it's all about getting used to stuff. We're not, as human beings, for the most part, for the majority of us is what I mean, no one really likes change that much. And you're stuck with something that you're really used to, and then you're thrown into something completely new. And I think if people give this a chance, then they will gravitate towards it. There's so much that we don't know about this game. And I believe that once the game does hit shelves and people get their hands on it, maybe even before that when we see some more footage, everything like that, but really when the game comes out and people play it for themselves, they can really see that maybe this is where, not necessarily where the series should be going, but where they are going, it at least makes sense, you know what I mean? So that's my standpoint on it. As far as the game's concerned, it's okay. You know, it's a good game for the 20 minutes that you play on it. If that's, unless you do a proper speed run. From start to finish. Then, okay. So when you wake up, you're in a room and you're told get out of the house. So that's your mission, and it's not a very long mission, but it's giving you things that are kind of reminiscent of the old games, like your inventory system, the fact you can examine items, and now the fact that you can discard items as well. So that's interesting. Depending on where the game takes us when it's fully released, you're going to have to be, from what I understand, you're going to have to be very, very careful about where you discard items so you can pick them up later. At least that's my understanding of it. The tone is definitely a good thing. It's like I said in previous video, it's dark, dirty. It's got that tone of horror to it as well. No zombies at the moment, or are there? I mean, I don't personally see any zombie in this teaser or in any of the trailers or the trailer. So again, that's all part of moving forward. I mean, we can only speculate, and I'll get to that in a second. So the theme of this Resident Evil title, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, the theme, I believe, and it's probably a no-brainer to you guys as well, but it's family. Everything from when you start the game up, at the very start, you're presented with the screenshot, and etched on the wall is "Welcome Home." Then you have the middle part of the game where you're going in with Andre and Pete, and it's the family that have been discussed and investigated. And then there's also the fact that when you get caught from behind, welcome to the family, son. But then again, because of the area, it may be a point of that's just how they talk, you know what I mean? So, I mean, like for instance, mate. I come from the United Kingdom, we say mate a lot. That doesn't necessarily mean I want to mate with you, do you know what I mean? That's a very poor example, so you must forgive me. But you understand where I'm going with this, hopefully anyway. So I believe the theme of the game is family. And there's a chap that I saw, and I'm going to mention his YouTube channel right now. His YouTube channel is Psychedelic Snake, and I'll post his channel in the description below. And you can check him out. And he's done a very, very good video entitled All Endings, Secrets and Story Analysis Resident Evil 7 Beginning Hour. And it's a fairly lengthy video, and it's very much worth your attention if you haven't seen it already, but I do suggest you see it. And his theories and everything like that made a lot of sense to me, and I agreed with a lot of them. He practically took the words out of my mouth. So I think he's done a really good job with that. But one of the theories that he had was that if you remember a character in Resident Evil 6, Simmons. I'm not going to spoil anything, so just go down into his channel. But when you answer the phone call on the telephone in the Resident Evil 7 demo, you hear a voice, and a lot of people are thinking that it's Ada. This goes hand in hand with what I'm talking about Simmons. Again, you'll have to visit this guy. So there's another aspect of family. Another aspect as well is even the theme music for the trailer, which is "Go Tell Aunt Rhodey," or Roddy, however you want to pronounce it. So there's another aspect as well. A theory that I personally had as well. I'm not sure if we're going to go with this one, but it's a theory that I thought about, because when you play the game, when you see these theory videos and when you analyze trailers, you just think and think and think to the point of you're probably overthinking it. but maybe family is due to the fact that it's down to the characters of Resident Evil. So what I mean by that is that there's a certain aspect there to Ada, to Simmons. Maybe with Ada you've got Leon as well. It might be a hint, is what I'm trying to get at. But you know, it's all speculation at the end of the day, and the trailer's only been released for, well, at this point, under a week. So I'd say give it time before you jump to conclusions, kind of thing. That's what theories are, really. They're just ways, they're ideas to talk about with your friends and to the social network. As far as the way that this is presented, like I said, I think this is an acceptable way for Capcom to go. I still have my guard up, but it's looking good on my standpoint. So that's basically how I feel about the way that they're moving at the moment, and I am looking forward to seeing what they do with this. So it's going to be an interesting 6 or 7 months up to the lead up of the game. So we'll see what happens to that. But that's my general theory. That's my general review, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give me a thumbs up or let me know in the comments down below. You can catch me on Twitter at the 420p guy, and you can find out when my next video upload will be. If you've got any suggestions for coverage, for reaction videos, by the way, on reaction videos for my Resident Evil 7 trailer reaction, I've got quite a few views for this channel anyway, in the space of 4 or 5 days, kind of thing. So thanks for everyone for checking me out, and especially thank you to everyone there who gave me a thumbs up and commented down below as well. So I do appreciate that. So I'm going to leave it here for now, guys. I'll be back soon, and thank you very much. My name's Danny, and I'm the 420p guy.